Hey YouTube, this is only GI Ginerdcommander, and this is part 3. This is the wrap-up of the overview of the Imperial walkers here. In this video we're going to take a look at the 80s and 90s version. I've gotten a lot of requests in the past to take a look at these, so here we go. Let's dive right in. As you kind of see down here, I have the same figure that was in the first video. This is still a pretty large vehicle, not quite as large as the last AT-AT that just came out, like I had already stated before, but even so, this is still a fairly large piece. Mine's definitely seen better days. This, like I said, this is the 80s one. The legs are very, very loose, very wobbly. I'm missing the side door here, as you can tell. I actually bought it without the side door and cannon at a second-hand store, and is either 91 or 92 for $45. At the time, that seemed like a really good deal. So I did put this Vader figure in here to kind of show that you could. It does have an awful lot of space for figures. It goes back quite a ways. I always thought it'd be cool if there's any customizers out there that would be able to take something like this version of the AT-AT and it actually turn into a refrigerator. It'd be really cool to have a little door and then you can open it up, get your beer out, and I just think that'd be cool. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is you can store other things in here. Alright, so there's a little Vader figure I put in there, and like I said, lots of room in here. Oh, phone's going off. Yeah, let's shut that off. Okay. So in here, does have the battery housing. I never put a battery in here. Like I said, I got it. Even when I got it, wasn't in the best of shape. So I just never thought to put one in there. Also, a kind of unique fact. I think I might have mentioned this before a long time ago, but somewhere located inside of here is the original gun that came with the original Boba Fett. That it got lost in here. So I would open this up and put the weapons in there. Why, I don't know. Anyway, so lots of space in there. It does have the handle in here. There's a small button. You'll have to watch somebody else's review to figure out what exactly that button does. But move the head around. There we go. And like I've already said, a lot of the stickers on here are coming off pretty bad now. I've noticed that with a lot of my toys from the 70s and 80s, the stickers are just not holding up too well. Moving into the face, you can see, yep, the cans are missing. These ones remained pretty straight, though. I was actually surprised when I got out a while back that those ones aren't bent up too bad. So we'll open this up. Right here is where the really cool red sticker should be, but it's long gone. Opening it up and taking a look inside, you'll see the seats are very, very small. There we go. Okay, this is working out great. There we go. That's kind of a somewhat okay image. The seats are very, very small, but they actually did fit the old vintage figures somewhat well, because the vintage figures were a lot skinnier. You could just kind of put them in there. I really should have gotten out the driver and trooper for this, but oh well. So that's that for this one. Still, even though this one's definitely seen better days and it's getting more and more beat up as time goes on, they make for great display pieces anywhere around your home. Actually, if you're a collector, you know, leave it out. Somebody's gonna come over, they're gonna see it and be like, I used to have that, or boy, that's cool. So we'll set this guy over here. And we'll take a look at the 90s version. First thing you'll kind of notice about, well, you probably won't be able to notice it on my camera because my camera is really shitty. But, oh, I forgot two things on here. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. But like I said, something that you will notice is they add a little bit of spackle, I want to say, to the plastic, along with some more paint details, adding rust. Whereas the 80s one is just very plain gray. Okay, so That's kind of the first thing that you'll notice about this one. I'm going to point this out first, although you'll see that this does have these two guns down here, which if you move this mechanism, they do move, and they excuse me, they should light up, but the batteries are dead in this, and I'm too lazy to want to put new ones in. Excuse me. There are supposed to be two shields that go on both sides of this. I do still have them, but I forgot to put them in, and there's supposed to be another missile here, but I'm too lazy to want to get it. And so here's a missile on this one. If it'll fire. There we go. So that's pretty cool. Alright, we'll start with the chest piece. This one does have the door, thank goodness. So open the door up here, and you see it could hold quite a few figures, but not as many as the original. I have a few in here. This one came with it. This one I think is the AT whatever the hell the other one's called, driver. So here's the figure that this one did come with. I really like this figure, actually. I like the really plain, just gray soldier looking figures. So another guy back there. But one thing that you do want to focus on, which I probably should have put the batteries in here to give you guys a better idea of it. It does come with this computer right in here, and you have your 3 different buttons here that would have made sounds if the batteries worked. I think one was an ambient walking sound, the other was a blaster type sound, and then the other one just had 2 or 3 phrases that would make these two computer screens light up. Just really cool. You have a picture of Vader and then a picture of the power generators. So, and this was also kind of unique for the time to have something that would do that. One thing that did always bother me though is that there's an awful lot of space back here still. So it's kind of a waste of space. Also the speaker itself, you won't be able to see it on here, but the speaker itself has the Imperial emblem on it, which is kind of neat. Same thing in here with the mechanism to move the head, except for the button was removed. Because it's the exact same mold. I want to say Kenner made the originals, but I want to say no, I don't think that Hasbro bought them yet. So basically, starting in '95 and going all the way up until now, with all the vintage style vehicles, they would just use the old mold and every once in a while throw something new on it, which does not work out very well, and it especially did not work out well for the Power of the Force line. Okay, closing that up. And what I mean by it didn't work too well is that the figures themselves, the newer ones, they just will not fit at all. So down here it does have the little rope that you could do the scene where Luke goes up. I never liked this, but I'm really glad I never cut this off, because I've thought so many times as a kid to just cut that off. I'm really glad I didn't, so that's still in one piece. Okay, opening up here. This is the exact same seats in it as the other one because it's the exact same mold, but you really can't fit 2 of the Power of the Force figures in there. But I did manage to fit this one in here, and this is the other figure that it came with. It was also really cool that this came with 2 figures. It's not very often that happens. Like I said in the review of the Big Mama AT-AT, these figures look almost completely identical. If I switch them real quick, whoa, 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 which one? Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Oh, which one was which? You don't even know. I don't even know. So, I mean, they look pretty much exactly the same. This one being the Rise of Force is just a little bit, or not Rise of Force, Power of the Force, just a little bit bulkier and with only slightly less articulation than the newer version. So we'll set that one aside. Still kind of a cool figure though. And inside of here, it's the exact same thing. Stickers are just updated a little bit, so they look pretty cool. And we'll close that up. And that is the 90s version of the AT-AT. This one is definitely a lot better shape than this one is. This one I think he's heading into retirement packaging. This one I'm probably also going to put it away as well, just because now I have the Big Mama AT-AT and I can kind of set that out for display. So there you have it. That's just kind of a look at all three versions. Yeah, hope that you enjoyed our little rundown of them. Please rate and subscribe and comment, and that's it. So thanks a lot for watching, really appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it almost as much as a roast beef sandwich. But I don't really like roast beef, so I don't know why the hell I even said that. Alright, it's ramble time. Check you later, YouTube.